though you feel like crap, you can't tell anybody about it. You just have to suck it up and deal with it. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Sarah. I am the owner of Denim and Rain, and this is my little spot here on YouTube. Hey, welcome. So, a couple of things. First, it is finally fall. Let me say it again. It is finally fall. Hoorah. However, this does mean living in the Pacific Northwest, there are lots of giant clouds that like to block out the sun. So there may be a little bit of light changes here and there. And I am recording on my phone, which I don't usually do because all of my camera batteries are dead. All at once, of course. I thought I recharged the last set and I did not. So there we are. And I'm not going to wait for all the batteries to charge because by the time that happens, the light will be completely gone. So I am going to try to not look up at the screen itself on my phone because it's very hard to, not to do that and look at myself and actually look at the little thing that's actually recording. So hang in there with me, y'all. Okay, so let's dive in to first what I'm wearing. So a while ago, I kept telling you about a project I couldn't tell you about, and this is it. I made another Malwae Tweep sweater, but here's the thing. I was reached out to by Hobie Yarns and was asked if I would be interested in them selling my pattern on their website. Awesome, of course. But they did want me to remake it out of the Hobie yarn. So that way the photos would accurately depict what it looks like in their yarn and not the yarn that I previously used, which is like Heron Simply Soft. So I was like, I don't want to make this sweater again. But I did because I was like, well, that's cool. And you know what? I love my Malwae Tweep sweater. So I would definitely wear a second one. So I did it. I made another Malwae Tweep sweater. It has this great detailing that goes all the way down the sleeve. Let's see if I can stand up. And the sides of the body. It is a basic raglan construction. Yeah, it's just a great all-around sweater. So you can now find it not only on my Ravelry and website, but you can find it on the Hobie site. And if you are a Hobie Plus member, you do, I think you get like 10% off your yarn purchase, as well as 3 free patterns a month. I'm not sponsored by Hobie to say any of this. I will say I was gifted the yarn to make it so they could, again, have proper photos of it. But I'm not sponsored by them. I like their yarn. They seem to be a really great company. And yeah, I like them. So yeah, that's what I am wearing. I'm wearing my, I am wearing my Malwae Tweep sweater out of Hobie Amigo in the sand color. So good. Okay, let's move on to what I am working on. And the first thing I'm working on is a pumpkin with a itty baby pumpkin. Isn't it cute? So I'm making this one and a black one, and I want to do another one, and there's a slate gray blue color that Lion Brand has that I also want to make one out of. So I'm knitting it out of the wool ease. Sorry, I'm used to recording with my camera, so I'm not really sure where to put stuff. So I'm knitting this out of wool ease thick and quick in the spice color. So yeah, super great yarn. Of course, I love Lion Brand's yarn. But yeah, it's just a pumpkin. Not a whole lot to say about it. I increased and decreased until I felt happy with the size. That's literally it. Hopefully, I can't really see when I hold stuff up. Hopefully it's focusing on stuff. Hopefully. So the next thing is a new cast on, and I'm actually pretty far into it. This is a sweater for Benjamin. He is my middle kid. Yeah, so he recently grew out of his other sweaters, so he asked for another one. He wanted blue. I didn't have enough blue to do the whole sweater in blue, so we're kind of doing a little color blocking. But this is knit out of Hobie Amigo in 2 different colors. One is the DK held double, the sand color, and then also this Hobie Amigo extra large in color 15, which I don't know the name of that, sorry. But it is a bulky weight sweater. Again, I'm holding the DK double for the sand color, and then the blue is just one single strand of the Amigo extra large. I am not using a pattern really, which is not entirely true. I've fudged the numbers on a pattern. I took the flax sweater by Tin Can Knits. Love Tin Can Knits. Love the flax sweater. I've knit so many baby sweaters with that pattern. But I took the smallest size, which I think is a 0 to 6 month size, and cast on that amount of stitches and did that many raglan increases, but with the bulky yarn and, hold on, and a 6mm size needle to get this size, which should end up being, what size is my kid wearing? 5T? 5T-ish, somewhere right in there. He's very small kid. He's 5, but he's like kind of just now wearing 5s. Yeah. His little brother, who is not yet 2, like just started wearing some of his stuff. So Ben's little, and that's fine. So yeah, split for the sleeves on this one. I have a little more to go on the body. I'm going to make it fairly long, so probably another like 4 or 5 inch, and probably 4 inches. And then another thing I wanted to share with you. You probably already know this, but I had a doy moment and thought, why haven't I done this before? I am knitting in the round stockinette, right? Well, I'm using 2 different needles. Why? Because this side, the right side, which I am actively knitting with, I'm using the size that the pattern calls for. And then the other needle is a millimeter smaller. Oh my goodness, why is this not talked about more? Maybe it is and I've just missed it. But this makes knitting so much faster, easier, and less strenuous on the hands. Because if you're just grabbing it and there's a lot of extra space on there, that makes it easier to grab the single stitch and makes it glide across the needle faster. It moves you right along. So yeah. Maybe you know this, but in case you don't know it, if you're knitting in the round, make your right one the correct size for the pattern you're knitting, and the other one, make it a size or 2 smaller. You'll thank me later. You'll thank me later, I promise. Okay. Last thing I've been working on. Oh, no, that's not true. Hold on. I've got another one down here. So I have 2 other things I'm working on. One of the things I'm working on are my socks. These are my fingering weight socks. I don't knit very many fingering weight socks, but it has a beautiful stitch across the top. I don't remember the brand or the color of this yarn because I, like a dummy, threw away the ball band, but I do know it's BFL and nylon. But the top is one of my colorways, which is Pacific Coral in a 75-25 merino nylon base. So yeah, I have the other one finished, whole sock. But I think the last time I shared this one, I just had a tiny bit of the ribbing started. So I've made an okay amount of progress on it. I've taken it with me like when we've gone places, but we haven't gone a whole lot of places, so not a whole lot has gotten done on it. And that my last project is my champagne cardigan by the Petite Knits. Yes, the Petite Knits. And I have split for the sleeves. Da 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 da. Isn't she cute? I mean, I can't tell. I'm assuming it's all on the screen. I can't see because I'm blocking it. Again, not used to recording with a phone. But we'll all make it through this one video, I promise. Anyways, holding up a cardigan is kind of awkward too. It's not helping things. But I am knitting this out of an alpaca yarn that I got from the thrift store. It did not have the mill's name on it or anything. But yeah, it's fabulous yarn. It is so dreamy soft. So dreamy soft. I cannot wait for this cardigan. Let's see. On here, I can't comment a whole lot on the yarn because obviously I don't know anything about it because I thrifted it. But on here I have, let me see if I can get the camera to focus on this. Stitch marker, from Hello Lavender. Everything she does is phenomenal. Like seriously phenomenal. I can't. And then also on here I have one of my Progress Keepers from my Harvest Moon collection. And then a Progress Keeper here from, I'm sorry, I totally blanked on the name of the company, but I'll pop them on screen for you. So yeah, I did make a mistake. I made a mistake. I'm not sure how I made this mistake, but I've made one. But I've ripped this friggin' sweater out 5 or 6 times. I'm not doing it again. I'm not friggin' doing it again. I'm not doing it. And it's not that big of a deal. It's fine. I can look past it. The last mistake I made on it when I had gotten to almost a sleeve split, I couldn't look past it. This mistake I can look past. I can fudge the numbers. Okay. So what happened was I was counting to see how many stitches I had so I knew if I needed to do any more increases or not, because I'm notoriously bad for just knitting right past where I should stop, because I don't actually follow a lot of patterns. I just kind of make up my own and I'm like, oh, that looks good. So following patterns is not always my thing. So I was almost there and I counted up and I needed only 4 more stitch increases, which I thought was kind of an odd number and wasn't sure how I got 4 and not, or no, I needed 6 more, but there's like 8 increase spots, so I wasn't really sure how that number figured out. And then counting up the stitches that were in each like section, so like the front, the sleeves, the back, the sleeve, the front. The ones in the front were 4 stitches shy. The ones on the sleeves had too many stitches. The back, I believe, was fine if I remember correctly. I don't remember now. I don't even care, guys. So my next increase round, I just increased on the front panel, and that was it. And then I split for the sleeves. I'm like, I can just decrease a couple more out of the sleeve to accommodate for that, and just add a couple more somewhere in the front panel. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Nobody will know, except for you. Don't tell anybody. Shh, our secret. So yeah, it's not a big deal. Some people might freak out and rip back. I don't care that much. Nobody's going to be going up to my sweater and be counting stitches. And if you do start counting my stitches, I'm going to think you're a crazy person and tell you to stay away from me. Don't do that. That's weird. So, in other words, nobody's ever going to know. So, we're just gonna leave that one the way it is and just work with it, because I'm over this friggin' cardigan. So over it. I want to be done. I want to wear it. I'm over it in the sense that I just want to wear it. And also I don't want to work on it. I'm tired of purling. I hate purling. I did think about steeking it, but I don't think steeking is right for this project. I do want to steek something at some point. Like, I'm not afraid to do it. But I'm a little afraid with this sweater because I've ripped it out so many freaking times. I don't want to cut it and ruin it. I probably would be just fine, but this is not the right project to do that with. I'm not confident in that one. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. So now I'm just going to kind of chat about some of the stuff going on in my life. So if that's not your thing, you know, bye. See you next time. But yesterday I had my last market of the season. My sister and I both do a local farmer's market together where I sell my lovely macrame things and some of my prints that, you know, because I know you guys love my prints. Well, I have some local people that like some of my plant-styled prints. So I bring those with, as well as all my vinyl stickers, which everybody loves those. So yeah, yesterday was the last one of the season. Yay, I am so done with the markets. Nobody came, y'all, nobody came. It was rainy, it was gross, it was disgusting. I made $67. $67, and I was there from 3 to 6:30. That's depressing. That's depressing. So yeah, I lost money at that market. So that was cool. Thankfully, y'all came through and supported me on my Harvest Moon collection of stitch markers and buttons and necklaces, and you made my day okay, because I was very depressed. I was very depressed leaving that market. So yeah, not only was I wet and cold from the rain, but I made no money. So that was cool. But not all bad, because I did put a lot of progress on Ben's sweater. That's what I did most of that knitting, was yesterday at the Barron Market. But while I was waiting for the market to start, I stopped in at one of our little local thrift stores that's like literally 1 block away from where we were having the market. And I got something a little old school. I got a couple of VHS. I got Lion King and Mary Poppins. Why, Sarah? Why? Why are you buying VHS? Let me tell you. So, a couple of years ago, my husband and I, for our anniversary, went to this mall, and we went into the Disney store, and they had something that I was like, you know what? I have to have this. Like, it's not a, oh, I kind of want that. Like, should I spend money on that? No, it was a, I have to come home with this. It is a VHS notebook. That's right. Of my favorite Disney movie. Well, it's kind of a tie between that one and this one, to be honest. But yeah, I'm going to take these and put things in them like pens and such, because then I can like stack them up on a shelf and it will look super cute, because we have a nerdy family room with all sorts of movie themed stuff. So I'm excited about it. But then I felt very old all of a sudden. I'm not that old. I'm not that old. I am going to be 30 next year. My kids are like, what is that, Mom? Which obviously was like, well, it's a movie. And they're like, that's not a movie. And I was like, yeah, it is. It's a movie. It's a VHS. And I had explained to them what a VHS is and like what VHS players were, and how, you know, if you weren't fancy, we were fancy. But if you weren't fancy and had a VHS player that rewinded, you had to then have a separate machine that rewinded the movies for you. And then I had to explain rewinding and how it's not just literally clicking a button and it just like moving something back, like it's actual like tape running through a movie, like running through, and yeah, it was a whole discussion I had to have with my children, and I felt old. And then one of the movies had the receipt. Ooh, I just knocked the sticker off. Had the receipt inside of it, you guys. So this was bought in a city like kind of neighboring mine in 1995. They paid $17.99 for it. A brand, like, I'm pretty sure it came out. I don't remember. Did it come out in 95? I'm pretty sure. But anyways, and look, it even still has its like proof of like purchase thing on it. Who puts a receipt in the case? I thought it was funny. I mean, I guess that was like a thing you did. I don't. Our family never did that, but they had the receipt in with the movie, and I thought that was hilarious. And yeah. Anyways, enough about that. But so yeah, that was fun. In other news, we're sick again. I mean, I'm not really feeling it quite yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm coming down with it. My kids got cold. So irritated. So irritated. We like Lincoln, the youngest, just got over a cold. And the last time this happened, they woke up on a Friday and I had to cancel all of my weekend plans, which rightfully so, because I don't want to get everybody else sick, because that's not fair. And let's face it, it's COVID time. Like, let's not go around getting everybody sick. So that happened last time. And here we are. Guess what? As of recording this, it is a Friday. Woke up this morning to children sniffling and coughing. Ugh. So guess what? Weekend plans. Bye. See you later. Have fun without me. Have fun without me. It's fine. I'll live. So the worst part about being a mom and being sick is everybody else feels miserable. You have to take care of them. And even though you feel like crap, you can't tell anybody about it. You just have to suck it up and deal with it. But yeah, I'll be a baby to you. And I'll suck it up and deal with it for my family. But yeah, so that's fun. So I'm just gonna be stuck in my house, probably doing a lot more knitting than I was planning this weekend, because I was planning on doing some stuff, but now I can't, so I'm gonna do all the knitting. Okay, I'm crazy. Yes, I know. I'm already going. I'm like, have cabin fever. And I'm like having like pre-cabin fever. Like I'm anticipating the being stuck at home forever. So, but it's okay. I need to do a click list order, which I need to do one anyway. So I'm gonna do my virtual grocery shopping and we'll leave and pick that up. And that will be my outing. Woohoo! Go pick up some groceries. Say hello from afar to the people bringing it out. Anyways, that's all. I'm going to stop whining and complaining. Let's wrap this up, Sarah. Let's wrap this up. All right. Well, thank you for watching this week's video, checking out all the projects I've made. I would love to know what you're working on. So let me know down in the comments what it is you have been working on. And if you could, it would be awesome if you maybe hit that like and subscribe. It really helps out my little channel here on YouTube. And you can also find all the links to all the places you can find me down below in the description. Anyways, you guys have a fabulous rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.